I'm Onke Mazibuko. I am a doctor of creative writing. I'm also a psychologist. I work for myself as a consultant as well as in private practice.
This is something you used to.
Like most people, the person who I am has been largely characterized by my formal education. Going to a private school played a very important part in my development because myself and my siblings were the only ones in our family who went to those kind of schools. And from an early age, I was able to see how this made me kind of different or kind of an outsider within my extended family. However, I've come to realize that it's important in my development that I learn to grow in the space of seeing myself as an outsider or someone who was different. Because even in my work experience and in my studies, I've always been someone who was kind of an outsider. As a male, I was always one of a few studying psychology. As a writer, I found that readers and writers in the spaces that I've been in are mostly female. And, in some of my experiences, I've even worked in an all-girls school where as one of a few males, you see yourself as someone who has to conduct themselves differently because ultimately what you're trying to do is change stereotypes. And changing stereotypes is something which is very important for me because, we all get put into demographic boxes in terms of what we are and who we're not. And a lot of my experiences of feeling alone or feeling discriminated against have had to do with being placed in these boxes. And kind of put me in a situation where I felt and leaned into this sense of feeling alone. Despite all of that, I've always been someone who's been intrigued by other people. I've always wanted to work with other people, and really getting to understand people and what makes them tick is very important to me. Time is something that I really put an emphasis on in terms of how am I spending my time and am I doing things that are really meaningful to me. A lot of people will look at my CV and they'll ask themselves the question of what am I professionally? So I have a master's in psychology, I have a master's in public health, and I have a PhD in creative writing. These same people will express surprise that I'm doing so many things that on the surface might seem like they're not connected. But to me, these things are connected because one, they allow me to follow my curiosities, and two, they allow me to express myself in different contexts. At the same time, all the work that I've ever done has been about people. So if I think of myself as a psychologist, think of myself as a consultant, think of myself as a writer, it's all about people and how people get along in the spaces that they occupy. So ultimately, wherever there are people, that's where I find my fullest expression. Wherever there's an opportunity to build relationships and help people think about how they spend their time and how they find meaning from the things that they do, there I find myself doing what it is that I'm here to do.